Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ultimate Khan, your coach from Self Defense Pakistan. And, I'm here to talk about the Canelo versus Triple G fight, the second fight that happened last night. Um, and, yes, if you guys do not know, I'm a Triple G fan. And he lost. And let me share why I think he lost and why I think he won. And the judges did not score the fight correctly. If I was a judge, I would have given it easily to Triple G by 2 or 3 rounds. Now, why do I think he lost? The reason why I believe he lost is because the judges probably thought or believed or saw that the punches that Canelo is landing are better than the punches that Triple G is landing. And that's because it is true. Canelo fought in small bursts and fought for limited periods of time. He did land a few very clean punches and very powerful punches, much more accurate and much more precise than what Triple G was landing. However, uh, Triple G was landing the more volume, like he was doing more work and he was landing and throwing more punches. But Canelo was more efficient with his punches. Now, as far as efficiency is concerned, if I'm a judge, I would look at whether the amount of punches that a person is landing is actually hurting the other boxer. If the pain, if you're not able to hurt the other boxer, I'm not talking about face damage. Face damage is there are a lot of things that I would see when I'm judging a fight. Like if a person has a lot of scar tissue, especially the eyebrows, I wouldn't really consider blood as something very significant. However, it is significant for most judges. This. So I believe the bleeding. Triple G got cut. He was bleeding. He was bruised. He was badly damaged. His face was badly damaged. He wasn't. He was okay. He was also showed signs of fatigue, which I believe he was pretending. He wasn't actually fatigued. I believe Abel Sanchez probably had a plan to, you know, tell Triple G, like, look, they probably think that you're old. I don't have any evidence about this, so I'm just not going to give my theory on that. But I just felt like Triple G was actually pretending, and I just felt it because I have no evidence. Like some analyst has to analyze it and tell me whether I'm correct or not. So I'll not talk about anything that has no evidence. What I will say is that if I was a judge, I wouldn't be looking at face damage. I'm looking at whether the punches, if the other person is trying to be effective with his punches, are the punches actually effective at really staggering somebody, staggering your opponent. If you're not being staggered, then your punches, even if they're very clean or they land cleanly, I of course as a judge I would like it, but if you want me to judge based on your efficiency, you must hurt the person and must stagger him. That's the way I judge. And why do I think Triple G won? It's because he was simply the better fighter. He hurt Canelo multiple times, and he staggered him a bit, just a bit, not a proper stagger like. And when somebody gets hit and properly just dazes and just starts dancing, not that kind of stagger. But he did stagger, and Canelo did make a return. The problem was that Triple G, he could not continue the flurry and end Canelo, or really hurt him very badly. He hurt him a bit, not very badly. But then again, Canelo is also a very tough fighter, and it's not easy to really stagger somebody who's as tough as Canelo. And he was simply the better fighter. He showed better fighting skills than Canelo, in my opinion. Now, of course, this is totally like up to the judges how they judge. This is how I would judge the fight, and that's the reason why I think Triple G won. But I'm not the judge. I think that I do not want a third fight. I think Triple G should not have even had this second fight. I do not think so. I think that his skills are diminishing. Uh, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. He's still a very good fighter. I mean, his skills are just diminishing. I don't want him to fight anymore. I mean, that loss on his record is going to stay with him forever. He shouldn't have done that. I wouldn't advise him to do that. And he shouldn't go for a third fight. Now, as far as Canelo is concerned, even if he did, he was in the middle, right? and he's a younger fighter. He's supposed to be the upcoming star. He should have really, really, really owned Triple G to impress me, which he did not. And I'm talking about only myself. I'm not talking on behalf of anybody, or I'm not representing a group of people. I'm just saying that he should have impressed fans like by totally owning Triple G. That's what I think. As far as everything that went in the ring is concerned, I don't have evidence about what I think the game plan was, Triple G's game plan was, and what Canelo's game plan was. But I guess that thing that Abel Sanchez was talking about, that listen, just stay in the middle of the ring if you don't want you to run, it actually affected him, which is actually a win anyway. If a trainer can actually, you know, by just saying a few things, can actually cause you to do things. And he listened to Abel Sanchez and he gave fans the fight that they wanted. Actually, I don't have any evidence whether Canelo wanted to stay in the middle of the ring this time before or after Abel Sanchez said that. So I'm just going to say what I believe, just using my knowledge. And what I think is correct. I think that Triple G at the start was not actually fatigued. I think he was pretending to be fatigued because of that old same thing that if I do this all the time when I'm like boxing, right? I sometimes pretend that I'm fatigued just to make the other person take risks. But just because I do it does not necessarily mean that Triple G is doing it. Like I said, I have no evidence, but I believe he did that because basically you can see that because at the start he was tired, but in the end he somehow got this burst of energy and he was like really, really hitting with power and everything. I do not know why. It probably was. I don't know why. But as far as I mean, if you ask me, I think he was never tired to begin with. It was just trying to get Canelo to really open up. And that's what I think. And as far as Abel Sanchez saying in the corner that he was losing, I think that itself was a kind of I do not know whether corners can hear this or not, but I think he was again this thing that he said in his ear that he was losing. First of all, if you say something like that in the person's ear, you make sure that nobody can hear it, because that's not a very good thing to say to your own fighter. And people say that, but I think it's demotivating. That's what I believe. And if you actually think that they were losing and he was really meant it, then I guess they did think that they were losing. However, sometimes I would usually say that we are losing very loudly. We didn't say that loudly, but he said that. So probably they probably have mics over here. I don't know, or the camera caught it. He probably understood that that somebody in Canelo's corner might hear it. That's just a theory, and it's just a theory. Don't really think that I've got any evidence to back this up. It's a theory that probably thought that they can hear him, and hopefully that is going to sort of open up Canelo more to power shots, because that way when the other corner thinks that Triple G thinks he's losing, they say like, let's just put more pressure on him, try to really destroy him from the inside as well as the outside. And that's just a theory. So anyway, guys, this is what I have to say about all of this, and like I said, this is just what I'm saying. I don't want you to just form an opinion based on my opinion, because everybody has different opinion about this fight. Almost, I mean, there might be some people who share my opinion, but that's all right. If you do not share my opinion, that's fine too. But if I was a judge, I would have given it to Triple G, and I think Triple G was just playing possum. I think they say playing possum. I don't know what the correct word is, but that's the thing. All right, man. All right, guys, take care. See you in the next video.